Hello, and welcome back to The Long Dark, and trying not to die stupidly on Interloper setting. I think it's episode 15, because episode 14 was a disastrous set of bad decisions, poor execution, and just general rubbish. So, hopefully today, a bit better. A whole game day has passed since then, because I spent a day recovering some health, making some arrows, and generally just staying in the hut. Like I said, to gain back some of the damage that I think it was the wolf attack caused. Because this time I'm actually going to do what I set out to do last time, but got distracted by the moose and the bear and everything else. And I'm going to go to Ash Canyon. But two things before I do that. Oh, look, there's a wolf over there. I've just noticed. Right over there on the left. Right. Definitely right. One is occasionally people seem to be watching these videos, so thank you if you are. Do say hi if you're here. And secondly, if you are listening, the soundish levels that I'm not 100% sure I'm getting right. I did have a better microphone, but it's decided not to work, so I'm back on the headset and the cheap little microphone attached to that. So anyone got, if it sounds okay, or anyone got suggestions about whether bits are too loud, voice too loud, background too quiet, whatever, please let me know. But other than that, just going to get on with it. So, got stuff here, all curing. Is that all cured now? Oh, that's happened overnight. That's a result. I've left behind some tins and I've taken another packet of salty crackers because when you're travelling places, you want to take food that is... might take one just in case. You want to take food that's light. We'll take one of them. Not both. Don't need any of that. Got a book, so I don't need to do any reading. I think we're ready to go. So let's just get on with it. Let's try not to get that wolf's attention. Hopefully there's no bear. So we're going to head straight to Ash Canyon. We're going to go over there, down the little slope and into the nearest entrance. I was thinking about going round to the far one up in the deer clearing, but then I thought, why bother? Let's just go to the nearest one. There wasn't much beyond the thinking of. Just something different to do, but I'm going to go this way. The only issue, the only biggest problem that's likely to occur going this way is the bear now goes down that slope. And if you're unlucky, you end up going down when he's coming back up again. So I'm hoping that he's either asleep. He's not around here anywhere. So I'm hoping he's asleep and not down here. Yeah, it's not warm. And I'm afraid the next warm place is the hut. I can't remember what the hut's called, but there's the hut, and that's where I'm going.
Sure getting cold.
No bear prints going down, which is promising. That's another reason why I wanted to recover the health, because I knew it'd take damage from cold. I know I said it's been 1 day in the game since the last episode, but it's been quite a while. I might go down here just briefly. It's been quite a while in real time.
Gold in my life.
I don't think I've recorded new episodes for quite a while. Yeah, it's obviously it's nearly the end of January when I'm recording this. I think it must have been easily November. It's definitely been a while. But I think the chances of me having some kind of regular posting schedule is highly unlikely, although I'd love to. Is there anything useful? No, not a surprise. Anything decent on here? Yes, there is. Right. I love that echo. Hopefully you can hear it, but that echo. When everything was going on then. It's fantastic.
Come on, little fire.
It's called Echo Ravine, isn't it? So I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I'm going to have to use one of them. It's actually quite cold in Egypt at the moment. It's the cold part of the year, and weirdly it's colder than on the inside than it is on the outside, because houses here don't have any insulation because most of the year it's just not necessary. So it's actually colder inside my apartment here in Mardi than it is if you go outside, especially if you're in the sun, where it feels very much like pleasant summer's day, and it's, you know, January. Just gonna have a little look in that cave while that's cooking. Just down there are the cargo bins.
Too cold.
That I have already looted. But I'm not going down there because there's a wall. Right. Hello. You and your busted laptop. And anything else in here? Oh yes, I'll have that. Don't think I've ever... That laptop, my understanding, is one of the little caches that when it's an aurora lights up and you kind of get information from it. But I don't think I've ever got that one, because I'm never walking around out here
I'm freezing.
in an aurora, because I just die by wolf or bear. I've got 5 kilograms. No. I'm not going to loot anything else. I'm not carrying stuff around I don't need. I'm not short of deer skins. Not short of guts. So we'll just leave it. I'm not short of liquid. Might cook a coffee. Oh no, what we will do, we'll do that later on, just before it finishes. We'll cook ourselves a coffee, so it's ready in case I need it. Oh, I was carrying that. Oh, I've just got that, haven't I? Wake up. I've got coffee. Right, I don't need to make anything. I'll wait a bit. Warm up. We'll make. Let's go. In this time, wouldn't it be ironic if the bear decides to come down? Well, I'm just about to meet him. Can you run up there? I think that'd be my escape from the bear if it was. What seems to always happen is the bear is coming down there just as I'm coming back up here when I return this way from Ash Canyon. And I end up having to squat down here and wait for it to wander around and disappear back up before I can go anywhere. But we seem to have avoided the bear today, which is good. Just enough of the day left. The ptarmigan. Where did that come from? Well, never ptarmigans down here. Must have fallen down from up there. Right, okay. Let's go. Now, first time I came back from Ash Canyon when it was first a new area, it was my first new area, I think, when I started the Long Dark. This was the first new area, and I could not find my way up here, but you have to come up there, and you have to walk around there and come up the slope there, whereas you can go down here, but you can't come back up. And when I first saw this view, I was thinking, oh my goodness, what have I let myself in for? What have I let myself in for? Let's take a screenshot of that, because what is going on there? And then I think, no, I'm not using the 100%er. And then I think a storm hit, and I promptly had to survive a blizzard somewhere in this area, because I barely got a few steps in the first time I arrived here before it just kicked in, and died many times without getting anywhere. Moose, yeah, I'm not doing that now. So I really do like Ash Canyon. It's a great area. It was, like I said, it was the first. What have I done here? It was the first new region that arrived once I started playing. And the gear that you can get at the gold mine, which is unique, is a big deal. Still is a big deal. It's the only reason most people come to Ash Canyon is to get the oh, where's that wolf? It's to get the where is it? Oh, there. So, run away. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, the only reason most people, I think, come to Ash Canyon is to get the stuff from the gold mine. I mean, there is all that's useful. There is some other good stuff around. There's a lot of animals to hunt. There's a lot of natural resources to find here. But it's not an easy region by a long chalk. Oh yeah, we'll have that. Oh, I don't. That up there, that's where we're aiming for. There's a rope thing there. Drop a rope down there, and then you can go straight up that way rather than having to go the long way, which is what I'm doing today. I know some people that play goat up the rocks here on the right, somewhere. I don't know where. I'm not a fan of doing that. I like to do it the proper way. I think because in real life I'd never do that. I'd never climb up there in real life. So I don't do it in game. That's one of the try and play it that way. Although ironically, obviously, I don't think I'd ever be lost in the Canadian wilderness. So you know, I appreciate the irony of me saying, "Oh, well, I wouldn't do it in real life, so I'm not doing it in the game." I wouldn't shoot wolves, hunt bear, skin moose. Definitely couldn't make clothes out of animal hides. So I get the irony, but it's just the way I play it. Sometimes there's a bear around here, but there's not today. In fact, sometimes there's a moose around here, but I can't remember whether that changed when they did the refresh of all the animals and everything spawned in different places. But anyway. Anyway, do love Ash Canyon. Yeah. See, there's no animals. I'll grab a few of these. Ash Canyon's another of those regions where you really don't want to get stuck out in a blizzard because there's not a lot of really good cover. There's hardly any buildings. And if you don't know where they are, chances are you're going to struggle. Which is why I died so many times the first few occasions I came here, because I just didn't know where anything was. Learning the maps is definitely key to surviving any length of time in the long dark.
My fingers.
I just dropped that, I did. We'll leave a few of these. Don't want to take them all, because I'll come back at some point, in theory. I always forget there's a cave up here. Well, not really a cave, it's a nook. Always forget that. No, I don't want that one. Not that one.
If I don't warm up
Right.
soon.
No wolves. There's quite often 2 wolves hanging around here, but not today, which makes this a bit easier. No, they're not too far away. I can hear them. It's a screenshot in itself. Do love Ash Canyon. I'll put things away. There we go. That's a lot of screenshots I took there. Thumbnail screenshots, I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. Right, here we go. Just for a second, I thought that was smoke. I love that effect. Snow coming off the top. Amazing. Stops when you get close to it. Interesting. Right. I know where that is. I know where the key to that one is. So, let's get in here and warm up. And there's always a couple of arrowheads in there, which is always very useful if you start here on Interloper, because you can get arrows made without having to go into a forge. I mean, okay, you can only get 2 made, but it's still better than nothing. Obviously, you can't make a bow, so I get that that's not necessarily useful, but it certainly helps, because it's one of the few things that you can find that's actually made. You don't find anything that's made, except for, I think, arrowheads, and that, again, not very many places, and occasionally arrow shafts. Normally, I was going to say normally there's some matches. We'll have the book. We'll break some of that stuff down. There might be more matches if we're lucky. Right, okay.
Perfect.
Need to add any yet. Let's get some to them. And it was at that point that the recording software stopped, which was really annoying because I played for another half an hour in real life, not in the game, and it was a textbook trip up under the waterfall, past the wolves, through the cave, up to the building that I'm in now. I even dodged a bear and a moose at the same time, and then I looted the houses, and then I successfully hunted the bear, which is why there is a bear hide curing there. Now, it was really annoying because I'm now going to have to go, because I want this to be helpful to anyone that comes to Ash Canyon, I am going to go back down to that hut and come back again. So what you're going to see next, I don't know until I've done it and I've edited it. But I'm going to go and finish harvesting the bear because I want the guts. I'm not going to harvest all the food, the meat, because I really don't want parasites. I might harvest some of it, but not much because I don't want parasites. It's hard enough to deal with Interloper without that. And then might take on the moose, which is also in this area, because as I said in the previous video, you get moose, ptarmigan, bear, deer, and wolves in this little part, all in a very enclosed space, which is great for hunting, but also can be a bit of a nightmare if you're just trying to get from one place to another. I am then going to go back down to the hut where you just saw me in, because there's a memento cache there. And I've got the key for that, so I'm going to go back down there and get what's in there, and then come back again so that I can show the route up from the hut to this area. Hopefully that all happens in this episode, but I don't know, and I don't know how it's going to be edited. So from here on in, at this point, I don't know what you're going to see. But anyway, let's go and get the moose. Not the moose. Let's go and get the bear stuff, and we'll see what happens. Now, this is in Ash Canyon. It's a set of houses. It's a great area. Really do like this bit of the map. Caught some ptarmigans over there. Harvested a few birch saplings. We've got a couple of buildings down here. Those birds will be flying over there. You can see the birds there ahead. That's where the moose is. There's another... Where are these ptarmigans coming from? I can hear it. But anyway, this is... Now, over there in that area, yesterday in that area... Let's just get a bird. Over there was a moose yesterday. Doesn't look like it's there now, but we're going to go and check that out. And if there is, I might hunt it. If not, this gets a lot easier. So, let's, it's a little bit cold. So basically what happened was, I shot the bear as it came down here. I then hid in here. Hello. As it hunts salts around here. I then nipped out here, attracted its attention, ran back in there, hid, it stood here, and I shot it in the head. So it took 2 arrows. Result. But, like I said, can't show you all that because the stupid software stopped recording. Not the first time it's happened. Have I used that? No, I forgot to choose the torch. Never mind. One of the great things is I found a... Oh my goodness, a sharpener. So I can now... Oh, that's cooking. %. Hmm. Hopefully it won't, because it's a pain. Is the moose here? Yes, it is. Right, okay. Don't know the best way to go about this, because I really don't want to get stomped on. I've always wondered, if it doesn't see you, will it sense you? And the answer to that is yes. No, no. Okay, I've got one shot off. Now, this is not good, because now I can't see where the moose is. And the music, much as I love it, means I can't hear where it is. So this is a little bit problematic. This could have gone better. That was very badly timed, missed. I'm not very happy about that.
I can't feel my hands.
I'm gonna need a fire if I am going to do this. Oh, I've done it again. I've lit a torch, and then I've just used the fire
Come on, little
starter.
fire. Come on. Perfect.
I can hear it now. Now the music's gone. But I've no idea.
Oh,
There.
think about his food. It's so cold. Think.
That the dying sound. It was. I've got it. An hour and a half's worth of fire. Oh wow, I think I've got it. Yeah. Results.
I've never felt so
Right.
cold in my life.
This is big. This is a big. Where's my arrows gone? There's one. Should be another one somewhere. Anyway, doesn't matter. Just do it right this time. Oh. What I don't need to do. What I don't need to do is I do not need to harvest the guts. I've got 10 guts from the... I've got 10 guts from the bear. So, there's a good load of food. Keep me going for a long time, that. What a successful day. It's a good job I killed the bear, or I'd now be scared about. And moose meat is the best. It doesn't give you parasites, it gives you loads and loads of calories. And if you kill a moose, you've got enough to keep you going for a very long time. Plus now, we can make the moose satchel. Amazing. And there, through the magic of editing, we find ourselves back in the hut that the recording stopped in the last episode, earlier in this one. So, I'm going to get the lockbox. I'm going to deal with what's in there. And then we'll go back up the way I went up last time. And you can see the route up through Ash Canyon from here to those buildings that I was just at. So, let's go get the lockbox. Okay, so this cache we'll have. Didn't check if there was anything else actually in the boat. There's not. So, okay. Nice. Whole bunch of smelly fish.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Is there anything else I can break down in here? For fire stuff. Don't think so. Chair, I need a hacksaw for. Oh no, I can. 45 minutes. Let's break that down. Okay. Nearly did it again. It's better.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Right, let's cook what we got. Well, they're not in the best of state, but let's do that one. And that one. And we'll cook. Let's have a look. 1400 calories, 1400 calories, 233 calories. I mean, we'll cook this one for tomorrow morning. That one as well. We'll be picking up some more coal tomorrow, so we'll have another one of them. In fact, we'll get lots of coal soon, so a bit more water. And
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
so we'll drop here 2 cooked fish. And here we'll cook the uncooked fish in the event whether we happen to come back again. And how much oil did we get out of that? Yeah, 1/4 litre. Nice. And I think while that's happening, we'll sharpen the knife up. Okay, so now I'm gonna have a quick check. Okay, I've checked. The recording is still going. So we're now gonna do the route back up that I did last time I was here when the recording cut out. I might attract some attention, but we'll see. So, there is the body of the wolf that I shot last time when I did this. And where we're going up there, behind that waterfall, up there. That's the direction we're going. Now you'll know you're on the right route if you come across a fire barrel. Come across the fire barrel, you're going in the right direction. And that is the fire barrel just there, just ahead. Wow, it's cold this morning.
I can't feel my feet.
So if you find this fire barrel, you're going in the right direction. You'll also see, and I picked it up last time I was here, around about here, the world's Great Bear's most isolated tin of tomato soup. It's always there.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Sometimes there's a dead body round here to loot, but there's not. apart from a rucksack around here. There's not. And you can climb up this stuff unencumbered. So for those of you, anyone that might be watching that's obsessed with weight carrying, doesn't matter on these. Now, there will be wolves around here. I know this because one attacked me on the way up last time. I had a torch, but I left it too long and it still attacked me. There we go. No. Okay. This is not great. So we're gonna use one of these. I'm not bleeding, so that's alright. It'd be ironic if, in trying to do this, I end up getting killed. That wolf is bleeding. So yeah, you have to watch this bit because there's wolves. It's not great. It's not great if you don't have, if it's windy because you can't use torches, you have to use a flare. And I try not to use flares, and this is absolutely desperate. In Interloper because there aren't that many of them, and it was absolutely desperate because not a lot of health left. This wasn't a good idea with that much health. Why am I doing this? Oh, get lost. Right, now let's no, let's get it right. Have I not got any bandages? How have I not got any bandages? None at all. Brilliant. How did I not notice that? There we go. You don't actually need to use painkillers when you're injured. It makes no difference, really. As long as you've bandaged it up, you're back to normal and you can run. Oh, I forgot this. Take all your clothes off when you go through one of these. Because in the long dark, you don't get wet. I think I've got some mending to do. In the long dark, you don't get wet. But your clothes do. It's going to go out as soon as I run through there.
If at home, warm up soon.
Yeah, and unfortunately, quite possibly you will, given the state that you're in. Okay, so let's see if there's any coal. Nope. Back in the cave. See if there's any coal to pick up. Might have picked most of it up on the way through last time. So yeah, you need to avoid the walls, but this is still the best way up, I think, to get to the gold mine, the most efficient way. The gold mine's where you want to be. The gold mine where you want to go. Most of the useful stuff that you can get in the Long Dark, in Interloper, is where those buildings are that I were earlier, and I'm heading back there now, and the gold mine. There are other bits, not gonna lie, there are other places, and if you're looking for a prepper cache and it's full, then there is other places. But you're not going to get prepper cache in Long Dark, in the Interloper, because they're all empty, they're all abandoned. And how did I miss this? How did I miss this last time? Yeah. Let me do some more coal. But yeah, this route, this is the best. This is the place to get the most loot, the most useful stuff with the least amount of wandering around, and arguably the least risk. But you know, it's not risk averse, as you've just seen by the fact that I nearly died. I think that's enough. I was convinced I checked all this out last time, but I'll leave that there, it'll be fine. Okay, so next come through. This isn't the wood I had to drop. It's worth popping down there, because you don't normally a couple of useful bits that way. So, this takes us back to those buildings, and I can't hang around because it's cold and I've not got a lot of XP, health to play with. Now that way, go across there and head up that way. That is where we're going tomorrow, assuming there's no blizzards. That's where we're going tomorrow, because that's where the gold mine is. There aren't any dangerous animals. There are no wolves up there. There are no bears. There's nothing. There's just the cold and a lot of drops that will kill you very, very quickly if you're not careful. Now, yesterday there was a bear walking along there, and it walks all the way along there and up to the buildings over there. And as I said yesterday,
so cold.
This area, it's contained, so nothing can escape, nothing can run out of this. So you could stick one arrow in a bear and it will run around and then it'll bleed out. You can stick one arrow in a deer if there is one, and it will run around this area and it'll bleed out. You can get deer, you can get wolves, you can get rabbits, you can get moose, you can get bear. You can get everything in this area. It's really useful if you want some hides. Oh, I am not in a good state. I'm in the red, which is bad. One of the good things about having killed the bear is I don't need to worry about it, just in case there was a wolf that had spawned suddenly. I'm going straight into this house here for a sleep. Still need some recovery. To get rid of the heartbeats, which is a bit creepy. There we go, it's gone. Hey, so we're out of the red. That's good. We might as well stay in here. Break that down. We'll have that. Yeah, we'll have that as well, I think. Anything else? And a book. Right.
Not sure I can carry much more.
Let's go. I have a feeling that I have been carrying that moose hide around with me the entire day. Why didn't I bring it back up here when I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day there. I am going to cook some I'm going to use these. I'm going to... not short of food. So yes, I'm going to call it a day there. This is where you want to be. That's how you want to get here. This is basically how to survive in Ash Canyon. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day. Going to go in, do some life admin, recover some health, and see you next time when, unless there's a blizzard, we're going to go and visit the gold mine and get all the great stuff that's there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.